What's up, guys? Hey, we're going to get this started in a little bit. We got to invite more people on, so we're posting in the groups. If you guys want to share inside of your team chats and invite all your personals on board, let's pack out this call. We'll get it started in a few minutes. What's up, Greg? Crypto Warrior. Here we go. Who else is hopping on? Rakeem. 18632. What's it? Hey, brother, what's your name? Kevin.
Kevin.
There we go. What's going on, Kevin?
How you doing?
All right, guys. So yeah, quick housekeeping, guys. Like let's all invite to these calls. Like let's pack these out every single day, because the more people that we get going on this, the community starts getting larger. Things start moving quicker. Once momentum starts to happen, that snowball starts to happen for your business. So even if you have one person from your team on the call, that's enough to get things rolling. Then eventually they invite someone, and pretty soon these calls have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on them. You guys saw, those of you that were on the previous call, that's like our whole organization across the board with part of David's teams too. There's 700 people on a Friday night. Like when we were in Miami, Florida, we'd go to live on Sunday. There weren't 700 people in the club on a Friday night. And that club makes money, guys. Live on Sunday was one of the most popular clubs in the world. So with Epic Trading, we're one of the most popular companies in the industry right now, and we're only getting bigger and bigger. So I'm going to make a post in the Facebook group, and then we'll be right back with you guys in a little bit. We got incredible training, massive amounts of notes for you guys to help you blow this thing out the roof. Let's go.
For supporting abortion rights and stem cell research using fetal tissue for abortions. Today, Western law is celebrating.
Desire on the part of human beings.
All right, let's keep this rolling. Just playing a little Earl Nightingale. For those that are jumping on, jumping off, man, they're going to be jumping in everything and jumping out of everything for the rest of their life. So for those of you that are here from day one, you're sticking with us to the end. We're running this thing till the wheels fall off, and we're putting more wheels back on and making this thing better, guys. If you know how we do anything, we do it until we get it done, right? That's the way that we treat everything inside of our life and inside of our business. Like if I'm going to go into the gym and I set a goal for myself, let's say like right now I'm 165 pounds, I'm 6'1", pretty skinny, pretty lean guy, but I want to put on some muscle. Most people, they want to lose some weight when they step into the gym. So let's say I set a goal to hit 180 pounds. I'm not going to stop going until I hit that goal. Once I hit that goal, then the maintenance phase is a lot easier. So in this business, okay, and there's the building phase. There's the building phase. So you're either like losing weight or you're gaining weight. That's the building phase. Then there's the maintenance phase. Now, just understand the maintenance phase of this business is a lot easier and it's a lot simpler than the building phase. The building phase, man, you're gonna be up late at night. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be difficult. So I want to do some housekeeping, set proper expectations for those of you that are coming in here and you're brand new with the community. Maybe you've never traded before. You've never built anything before. And right now you're like, gosh, man, like I got to do this. I have to make this happen. Like you want this and you need this. You want this and you need this. When I was 19 years old, I wanted something like this and I needed something like this in 2012. And that's why I got started in the industry, because I knew that scrubbing cleaning up throw up and puke off of patients' plates and scrubbing dishes and gunk off of like tapioca pudding custard bowls in the hospital wasn't going to make me wealthy. And working full-time at your job and part-time at your fortune is the key to true wealth, guys, is the key to true wealth. And most people, they don't do anything with a fortune. They just go full-time at their job that pays them wages. And there's nothing wrong with working for somebody else. but there is everything wrong with doing something that you don't want to do. And many people will settle into a reality. They'll settle into a lifestyle where they'll do something for the rest of their lives they don't want to do because they've received the addictive drug called a steady paycheck. And Robert Kiyosaki says that a steady paycheck is the most addictive thing on this planet. Can we all agree? So welcome everyone in the chat, guys. You know, on a Friday night, you could be anywhere, but you chose to be here. That's the first step. Okay, the first step is showing up, making a decision, and that's like 50% of the journey. Now, the other 50%, we're going to cover some stuff on this call. And first and foremost, there's 3 reasons why people get started with this business. Okay, 3 reasons, and the third one encompasses the first 2. Number 1 is they're here to trade. They want to learn how to make money in the markets. You're either trading foreign exchange, okay, you want to learn how to mark up charts, you want to become educated yourself so you can learn how to trade yourself, or you just want to copy from the pros, the 6, 7, and 8-figure traders that already know how to trade, and just plug them into an app on your phone called MetaTrader 4 or on your desktop called TradingView, and you want to learn how to do that. That's number 1. Okay, number 2 is those that want to learn how to build. You want to build a business. You want to create income that comes in through the compensation plan by building a network and building a team. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're also trading as well too. And real number 3, okay, the reason why number 3 is people want to feel a part of something much bigger than themselves. That's the reason why people sign up for churches. The reason why people wear like Packers stuff, Patriots stuff. You know, I'm not a big football guy, but you know, I even see you like fighting Irish right behind you, man. So like people, they'll ride or die for a sports team, and that sports team doesn't pay them any money to show up and purchase the jerseys and purchase tickets and purchase beer and hot dogs and popcorn at the game. So what you guys are getting paid to do here, what you're getting paid to do is you're getting paid to build a community, a tribe, and you're getting paid to trade. So what I want to do with you guys is give you a little bit of housekeeping stuff inside of the back office and just show you exactly what the newest customer should be focused on. And then as a builder, we're going to be covering building towards the end of this call to help you guys out with that. So for those of you that are watching a replay on YouTube, okay, get back to the person who shared this with you and get started. We're not going over the whole presentation, guys. You've probably already seen it before. If you haven't seen it, ask for the video. Reach back out, text the person back, hey, send me the video so I can see what this is all about. Once you get your login information inside the back office, okay, I'm going to log in. I'm going to walk you guys through everything here. Okay, on the left-hand side, you're going to see where it says Epic University, Telegram, TradingView Authority, and live trading sessions. Okay, step number 1, I would say, is to get plugged into the community to be a part of something much bigger than yourself, right? Number 3, so that's in the Telegram chat. All you have to do is click that, and you're going to go here, click start, or type in start in the chat, agree to the community rules, and provide your username and your user ID when prompted. Now, once you get into that chat, guys, that chat, okay, there's a few different chats. Okay, you're gonna have the Epic, the official Epic Trade House, and the Trade House has 10,526 people inside of it right now. This Trade House, okay, you're getting some updates, signals as well too, and you're just being a part of the community. Okay, it's like being a part of you know, fraternity. For those of you that were in a fraternity before or a sorority, for the zesty ladies and the man dimes on the call, right? I was in a fraternity and then we had like 60 people in the house. So when you're part of something like that, when you're part of something bigger than yourself, you feel welcome. It feels exciting. It's one big party. That's one group. Another group is Epic FOREX Signals, okay? That's a group where you have to be a part of Epic Trading, and that's where you get all the signals in here, where it's not like you're chatting with people back and forth to flood the chat, but you're just receiving from the traders to you, to your phone, to plug in there. That's step 1, I would say. Step number 2 is to go through Epic University. Now, when you click Epic University, it's going to load up right here. Okay, you're going to have the 2-week syllabus, Trading in the Zone, Candlestick Bible. Okay, download those, plug them into your computer on a folder. What I got is an external hard drive. This thing is, I believe it's 4 terabytes, and has a little cord. You can plug it in to your computer, store it in a little folder on here, call the folder Epic Trading, and you have access to that. And you guys can go through and, you know, become a master. Because if you're going to go to college, right? Remember when you would go to a high school class or a college class and they would have what's called a syllabus, right? For the whole year. You have the whole syllabus and you get the information. And naturally we attach a negative emotional connotation to that stuff. Because like, oh, I have to study this stuff. So, but this stuff gets you paid, right? What we had to learn and what we were forced to learn in high school and college, some of that stuff didn't get us paid because you had to get your general eds is what they called them. And even though you're like, Why am I in this stupid class? I don't want to be in this class. I want to study what I actually want to study. They're just forcing me to study this stuff. Guys, so we're not forcing you to study anything. This is up to you. Whether you do this or whether you don't do this is on you. See, being in business for yourself doesn't mean you're by yourself, but it does mean you got to boss yourself around. Because if you don't boss yourself around, you don't boss up, right? And a real boss, we always say, doesn't need a boss, but the pro and the con of being your own boss, the pro is that you get to do whatever you want, man. You get to do whatever you want, whenever you want, with who you want. But the con is you get to sleep in. That's the con. So you can get lazy. That's the con. And as human beings, we've been given the freedom of choice. And that choice is what we want to do, right? Do we want to wake up later, put in a little bit less extra hours? Do we want to do one less call? Guys, we just hopped off a call. Now we're doing another call. Then we're filming another video after this. And I have another video to film after this to get done for our channel to attract new customers into the business. So click here with Epic University, that little blue button right in the middle. And it's going to load up here with Coach Max. She filmed a lot of videos for you guys to go through. And these videos right here, okay, you have basics 1 and basics 2 to be able to plug through all that good stuff. And then we go back here. So to be able to educate yourself on the fundamentals of trading, for those of you that are here to trade. Now, for those of you that are here to build, we're going to share with you some powerful stuff for that. But step number 3 is the live trading sessions, okay? 2 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The more that you jump on, the better you get, right? Think of this in just stupid, simple principles. Basketball, right? What did Kobe Bryant do to become the best? What did he do? He shot more shots than everybody else. What did Michael Jordan do to become the GOAT? He shot more shots than everybody else. He missed more shots. He attended more practices. He showed up earlier. So showing up, the more that you show up, the more that you rank up, the more that you grow up, okay? So those 3 things. Telegram group, Epic University, live trading sessions, guys. And then there's a calendar as well, too. For those of you that want to know when this stuff is happening, when you click the calendar, the schedule's packed. The more packed your schedule, the more packed your bank account will be. The more packed the schedule, the more money that you'll make, okay? So that's it for trading, guys. Super simple. We're gonna pass it off to the traders to educate you guys on what they do best. I'm not the best trader in the world. That's why I want to be a part of this company, to learn how to trade, because I'm a builder. One thing that I do know how to build is businesses and brands, okay? And Kyle's going to be coming on a little bit and dropping some gems for you guys to be able to help you completely transform your business. But what I want to share with you is laws, okay? The universe is governed by laws. And these laws, you can fight them, but it's like trying to fight the law of gravity. Like if I tell you this pen, if I let go of it, if it's just going to stay there and it's going to do this, would you believe me? Unless I'm in space or I'm in like a spaceship but if I'm on Earth, if I'm like right next to the ground, like I'm on the 2nd story right now in the house, but if I drop this, where's it going to go? Down. Okay, if I do it again, where's it going to go? Down. If I do it again, where's it going to go? Down. That's a law. Law of gravity. So it doesn't matter. This is key to this business. It doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree with these laws. They're constant. And unless you get another planet after you died, you get to reinvent the rules and the laws. You're on this planet. You have to take it how it comes. So there's 2 laws that will affect the building side of your business. Okay, law number 1 is the law of averages. Law of averages. In baseball, we call it batting average. And the batting average states that if you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. Okay, if you do that key phrase here, if you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. And for those of you that have been on previous calls, I'm going to stop sharing my screen really quick so I can see everyone. So for those of you that have been on previous calls, like teach me something new. If you know something but you're not doing it, you don't really know it, because knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power, right? You have to be able to apply it. And the moment that you are excited, beyond excited to learn about the fundamentals that you've heard 10,000 times, that's when you know you're an expert. If you're not excited to learn about them, you're still a beginner. See, every time I hear about something like the law of averages, I was like, yes, teach me it again. I want to hear it again. I've heard it so many times over and over and over again. If you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. Well, okay, so what does that mean? Well, if you talk to 10 people and 1 person gets started, a ratio has begun. Sure enough, if you talk to 10 more, what will happen? 1 more will get started. You talk to 10 more, 1 more will get started. Well, let's say you talk to 10 more and 2 get started. Whoa, the ratio changed. What happened there? You got better. The ratios can be improved. So in the beginning, then you can compete. Once you know your numbers, then you can compete. Well, let's say somebody, for example, can get 9 out of 10 and I can get 1 out of 10. Well, if we have a 30-day contest, I will beat them. And the reason why I will beat them is because they'll talk to 10, get 9. I'll talk to 100 and get 10. I beat them. And I do that for 2 sincere reasons, okay? Reason number 1, I sincerely wish to win. Reason number 2, I sincerely wish for them to lose. And why do I wish for them to lose? Because you learn more by losing than you do by winning. So I wish to give them that experience, all right? So when you know your numbers, you can compete in the beginning. So if you can get 1 out of 10, shoot, talk to 100, you get 10. They talk to 10, they get 9. Now, here's the thing. In the beginning, when you're new, make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. When you write this down, it's a reminder to yourself on what to be focused on. Because in the beginning, I sucked. I was horrible, guys. I didn't know how to talk to people. I would verbally vomit. I copy and pasted the same message to over 500 people on Facebook. Guess how many people got started? Nobody. Not a single person. Now, 500 people offline that I knew from like kindergarten, junior high, high school, college, coworkers. I reached out to over 500 through text message. I called them, left voicemails. Guess how many people got started? 3 people. Okay, 3 people my first 30 days. All 3 of them quit within 60 days, guys. They gave up. Now, I didn't give up because I understood the law of averages. I was like, well, okay, I talked to 1,000, I got 3. Well, those numbers were horrible. So my ratio is bad, but I got better and better and better and better. And now it's to the point now where like we have 10 people watch a video, 1 to 2 will get started without us even having to talk to them. We brought in over 600 people personally into the company within our first, what was it, like 35 days, guys? So this works. And we're not stopping until everyone on this call is on the leaderboard. And my philosophy is this, okay? You're not truly number 1 in your craft until you lap number 2, okay? Because the only person that remembers the person that got in second place is the person that got in second place. Think about that. Really think about that. Like, you remember the Olympics, who got in second place in like the swimming 100-meter breaststroke? Nobody knows. Michael Phelps got first a few times, and you got like, who won the Super Bowl last year? Who got second place? Football fanatics will know, but most people don't have no clue, guys. So if you want to be first, master the law of averages. And with the law of averages comes the second law, okay? The second law is the law of sowing and reaping. Now, I want you to write something in the middle of this right here, okay? This is gold. Okay, there's sowing, there's growing, and there's reaping. The Bible says what you sow, you shall reap. But what it forgets, what most people forget about, is what you sow, it must grow before you can reap, right? Because if you sow a seed, you're not going to reap it right away because it has to grow. You have to go through the watering, the fertilization, the sunlight, okay, the nutrients. You got to protect it from the birds. So let's relate this to this business, because life works in analogies and stories. And if you memorize these analogies and stories, it gives you a perspective on why you're going to succeed in this business. Because if you have no perspective, you have no vision, right? If I show you an acorn and I ask you, what do you see? Most people would say food for squirrels. Like, I see an acorn. I don't know. What do you expect me to say? Well, someone with a slight depth of vision says, I see an acorn tree. Someone's like, okay, I'm gonna step it to, I see a forest of trees. Next person's like, oh, okay, I see the wood from all the trees. Well, what is wood? Wood makes homes. I see homes for trees. Someone's like, homes? Well, I could build churches for worship and schools for learning and homes for living in from all of the wood. And we can have an entire community moving in, and that community drives money to the economy. That economy fuels other aspects. So that's depth of vision. Now, depth of vision comes from growing what you sow. Now, law of averages states, what does it state? If you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. So a farmer has a bag of seeds. And here's the magic, guys. You have unlimited seeds. Anyone that tells you, well, that business will get saturated, it's impossible, guys. There's no such thing as saturation. That's an illusion. Some people are like, well, the people at the top make all the money. Well, get to the top. You'll make all the money. It's super simple, right? Get to the people at the top in any industry make all the money. So that's nothing new. That's common sense. Like, when someone tells you that back, dude, thank you for telling me something I already know. That's why I'm going to the top. You want to go to the top with me? If not, you can run with me or you can run from me. Either way, like, don't believe me, just watch. Let's go. I want to do it with you, but either way, I'm going up to the top. Okay, so growing. When you sow a seed, you have unlimited seeds. The first part of your seed that you're going to plant, meaning the first video that you make or the first person that you talk to, passive and active recruiting, doing both of those, right? We make videos and we also reach out to people. So the first person that you talk to will probably tell you no. Or let's say, you know, based on if they watch the video, they don't get back to you. Like, hey, if I sent you a video, would you check it out? What is it? What is it? Listen, man, it's trying to cut hair over the phone. It would do you a big disservice trying to explain it. So if I sent you a video, did you take a look? Sure, I guess so. Fine, send it over. You send it over to them. They click it. It says seen in the little Facebook. You know how when people can spy on whether you see stuff, right? It's 99% visual. You got to check it out. It's like trying to explain colors to the blind, or it's like trying to cut hair over the phone. Whatever example you guys want to use. If they're blind, don't say that because I don't know, it might offend some people. So people are soft these days. Sometimes, like, you know, Kyle said something on the last call that made me laugh, man. Like our conversions, it's like we got like 2.7 out of 10 getting started, meaning a midget's getting started on the team every single day. And people take offense to that word. So, you know, people call me Ginger all the time. I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? At least as long as I'm making money, everything's funny. So when you plant a seed and you talk to someone, they don't get back to you. That's the first part of the seed falling by the wayside and the birds getting the seed, meaning they watched it and somebody was probably next to them watching it with them. And it's like, oh, that's a pyramid scheme, man. You don't want to do one of those things. My uncle tried that and that failed for him. And that person's like, well, I guess that person's right because their uncle's always right. No, their uncle's a loser because their uncle only makes 50 grand a year and he thinks everything's a scam. And a scam means still confused about money, right? So we don't want to be losers here. We want to be winners. And winners focus on winning. Losers focus on what? Complaining, or they focus on winners? We're focused on winning here. So you have two options when the birds get the seeds. When somebody talks them out of the business, when they just don't get back to you, they disappear, they fly away, and they're gone. Option number one, chase the birds. Like, okay, well, I'm going to chase them down. I'm going to convince them. I'm going to follow up with them 300 times. Eventually, how many follow-ups do you need? You know, Eric Worre in the book GoPro, he says the average person needs, you know, we'll get started in like between like 6 to 10. Some people are different. You can follow up with them. You could chase the birds that talked them out of it. But then what happens is you leave the field. You're off the field, right? And you stop planting the seeds. And then all of a sudden you're wondering like, well, then they complain. Then like, nobody's getting started with my business. I'm like, how many seeds have you planted? How many people have you talked to? How many videos have you made? Because I make hundreds of videos before like people really started listening. And the reason why is because there's a time for sowing, there's a time for growing, and there's a time for reaping. The reason why we brought in hundreds of people personally is because all we focused on was sowing right in the beginning. What we're doing now is we're growing. We're recording these calls. We're helping train the team with these philosophies and these laws, because just like the law of gravity, if I drop this, it goes, the law of sowing, what you sow and what you water will grow, and what grows you will reap from. Now, here's the magic of growing, okay? The magic of growing. Now, if you talk to 10 a day, you know your numbers. You know your averages, okay? You talk to 10, you get 1. Talk to 10, get 2. Talk to 10, get 2. Talk to 10, get 3. It takes a particular genius to go above 3 or 4. Like, guys, we, you know, on average, we get like 1 out of 10 from our videos. You know, 1 to 2 out of 10, right around there, roughly. Now, those numbers can be improved, but they don't have to be perfect. Because in baseball, if you bat 300, that means you're out. 7 out of 10 times, out. You're striking out. And you get paid over $4 million a year. How awesome is that? That's incredible. So you write this down. I don't have to bat 1,000. Okay? I don't have to sow, or I don't have to reap everything that I sow. Because when you plant a seed, some of it's going to be planted on rocky ground where the soil is shallow, meaning that the people that you get started, they join, they sign up, but they don't do any personal development. They don't attend the calls. Guys, right now, like I'm excited, but I'm pissed off for greatness at the same time. The reason why is we have 14 people on this call right now, and we have thousands on the team, guys. 14 people on this call and thousands on the team. Guess what? I'm going to keep sowing either way. And I could complain. I could be like, well, why is that? I'm not going to do this business. This business doesn't work. It just goes to show that you can't force everyone to grow. Okay, it just goes to show you can't force everyone to grow. All you can do is what's up to you. If it is to be, it's up to me. Forget about spillover. Become the spillover that you wish to create. Forget about your upline, placing people in your downline. Like the moment that we got started, we're just like, okay, we're going to be in control of the flow and the stream of traffic that comes through, because we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to our team. And we want to help people on our team do the same thing with their brand. So growing, how do you help your team grow? Well, you have to water the roots to harvest the fruits. If you don't water the roots, your seeds will die. You can plant a seed, but if you don't water it, then they don't grow. So many people get stuck, and I was stuck in a phase of just sowing. I was like, okay, if I sow, I reap. If I sow, I reap. I just sign people up, sign them up, sign them up. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to hop on these calls because there were no calls, and they would just quit shortly after that. So inviting all of your newest customers on these calls. Share rankupteam.com with them, and they will have the steps to get started in getting their resources. Rankupteam.com. Anytime, staying plugged in with corporate as well too, the company, anytime there's a company call and they're doing that for the whole company, invite them onto those calls too. The more calls you invite to, the more plants will grow. Okay, the more people you invite to the presentation, the more people will join. The more people that join, the more people that you invite to the trainings, the more and the higher they will grow. Now, here's a key, okay? You cannot force a seed, a prospect, a customer to grow 100% unless they want it for themselves. If somebody is going to grow 20%, you have to let them do that. You cannot force a 20%er to do it 20%. I tried that in the beginning. I was like, I'm going to make people successful even if it almost kills me. Guess what happened? I almost died. I almost died. I did. I was like up till like 5 in the morning on 3-hour phone calls with people like, come on, man, can you not see the vision? We're going to get rich together. This is going to be incredible. We're going to retire our parents. We're going to travel the world. Can you see this? Like, they're like, yeah, I see it. Okay, cool. I'm like, oh, awesome, man. Let's do it. Let's make our list. Let's create our brands. Let's rank our videos. Let's go out there and let's spread the message to the world. Like, tell, what's your why? And I would sit on phone calls with one person forever, but I was spending my time with the wrong people. Can you guys relate with that, where you be on with one person that just doesn't want it? Like, they don't want it that bad, and you're trying to force them and push them up a hill? Like, you try and carry them on your back. Like, you might be able to carry one on your back. You might be able to carry two if you're like Andre the Giant or, you know, The Rock or like Hulk Hogan or something like that. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. But you can't carry 3 on your back. You can't carry 3. And in this business, you need 3 teams. You can't carry 3. You just have to sow more seeds. So growing, how do you grow? You grow yourself first, because leaders join leaders. And there's two ways to bring leaders into the business, okay? Way number 1 is to bring the leader that can bring the numbers. That's way number 1. Prospect the leaders that can bring the numbers. And the numbers are lots of C's. Way number 2 is to be the leader that can bring the numbers. One of those two. Now, what we decide to do is like, okay, well, way number 1, if we're going to reach out to leaders and we're not a leader yet, they're not going to listen to us. So way number 2 is to become the leader that knows how to bring the numbers. I was like, that way right there, because naturally leaders will grow from the ground from those numbers. They'll just do it based on what? Law of averages. Wow. Holy crap, man. Like, this blew my mind when I heard about this for the first time. I'm like, if I bring a lot of numbers based on the law of averages, let's say I sponsor 100 people, I am sure there are 3 leaders in there. I'm sure there's 3. And all you need is 3 to become wealthier than your wildest imagination, guys. All you need is 3 leaders. Now, just understand, your first 3 might not be the right leaders. You think your first 3, but those might only grow 5%, 10%. They might be like, well, I'm just testing this out. I'm going to try this out and see if it works. A bird gets them, pecks them out of the ground. They don't know how to plant themselves because they haven't established their root base of personal development. They haven't read GoPro. They haven't read Think and Grow Rich. They haven't read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. They're too busy watching Steve Harvey and The Family Feud. Hey, I love shows like that. You know, I love watching like Top Gun, James Bond movies. I love watching Transformers. Like, I love watching a movie just as much as anyone else. You know, I didn't like reading. But you know, I realized that the most paid people in the world, they read. So I was like, okay, do I want to be entertained or do I want to be paid? What do you guys want to be, entertained or paid? Are you not entertained? Or do you want to be paid? I wanted to be paid, man, because once I got paid, life became pretty entertaining. If I wasn't paid, life was pretty boring and I was relying on other people to entertain me. I was like, shoot, man, I'm relying on other people to entertain me. What if I got paid? How entertaining would life be? So Josh on the previous call, if you guys were on that, he said something very important. He said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. But compound recruiting is the key, the master key to this business that can unlock anything that you want. So growing, inviting them on the calls, doing the personal development yourself. Become the leader that can bring in the numbers by learning. Like Hal says, study, practice, teach. Study, practice, teach. Study, practice, teach. And we're the messengers, guys. This is not something that we're making up here. This is something that has worked for the greats. These are the fundamentals. We're just applying them into our business, and it's working for us. And reaping happens naturally. Reaping happens naturally. You're going to be able to, there's going to be so much to pick that you don't even know what to do with it. Guys, like we had, during the last week of that contest, we had over 40 people personally getting started per day. 40 per day. 40 per day, just signing up, just flooding in, signing up. We were reaping so many fruits. Like, we're like, oh, there's so many. Like, what do we do with these? Where do we put these? And we had to sit there in the back office for 3 hours, like refreshing the damn page. Like, we go and we plug in someone's ID, we like place them down that power line, like refresh, like, gosh, this is loading too slow. This back office needs to speed up. We have too many people to place. How good of a problem is that? Like, manifest new problems, okay? For every level, there's a different devil, right? There's another problem that you can manifest. So if you want to manifest some problems for yourself, write down like, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm recruiting so many people that the back office needs to speed up to place them all. Like, write stuff down like that. And if you want to manifest a problem like that, it's going to be a good problem to have. Like, I was a little frustrated, but then I had to sit there and smile for a little bit because I'm like, we're reaping so much because you don't reap what you sow. You don't reap what you sow. You reap much more than what you sow because of what grows. You don't reap what you sow. You reap much more, 10x, 100x, 1000x than what you sow because of what grows. Okay? And reaping. Well, what's the key to reaping? Sowing and growing, right? Writing down your goals. Like right here. Boom. Got the goals written down. Boom. Got them written down. Now, that's step one. Just write them down and tuck them away in notebooks, not enough. I used to write down goals in notebooks, guys. I had 10 notebooks with goals, and I hadn't accomplished any of them. Why? Because I write them down, and I'd close the notebook, and I'd throw it in a box somewhere. You don't get what you want. You get what you picture. You get what you see. The eyes are the windows to the soul, okay? What you see and what you hear and what you speak is what you manifest, right? Mouth, O-U-T, what comes out of your mouth, all right, is what comes into your mind. We're Google, we're an Alexa, we're in a walking Alexa. So everything that you see and listen to programs your unconscious mind, that comes out of your mouth. So if I'm seeing this every day, if I'm sitting here, I'm working, I'm like sitting and I'm looking like this, and I touch and I turn around and I'm like, okay, there's my goals. I'm looking at, like, I'm making over $1 million a month trading foreign exchange and cryptocurrencies. Okay, I'm making over $1 million a month with epic trading. I am epic. Okay. I am getting over 100,000 views of video and earning over $100,000 a month in AdSense from YouTube, okay? I am making over $100,000 a month promoting our clothing brand through video on YouTube. So, lots of different goals, guys, but I get what I picture. I don't get what I want. You get what you are. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. Because the universe doesn't say, if you want a harvest, you're going to have a harvest. No, it says, if you plant and you water, and you stay dedicated to the time of sowing, the time of growing, then you will reap during the harvest. Now, write this down. There are times for sowing, there's a time for growing, and there's a time for reaping. You cannot do all three in the same season. You cannot do all three in the same season. Sure, some people might grow quicker than others, and your income can, you can hit Founder 500 24 hours. Some people do it in a week. Some people take a month to do it. Some people take a year. However long it takes you is however long it takes you. That is fine. Don't set an end date. A lot of times, like, someone will say, write a date that you want to have your goal accomplished by. For me, that didn't work for me because every time I wrote that date, I never hit it. Why was that? Well, it was because I created doubt. Dates create doubt. Dates create doubt. Whenever you have a date and you don't hit it, then you doubt yourself. Then you throw in the towel. Like, well, if I don't hit it by this date, then what? Then what? It's indefinite. Until. Adopt the until mindset. I am going, to plant until I hit that goal. That's when it's boom, I did it. Then I'm going to set a new goal. So epic. I'm going to build this business. I'm going to plant and I'm going to grow and help the team duplicate until we have thousands of people on our team making an extra $500 a month. hundreds of people on our team making in 6 figures, okay, and dozens of people on our team making $1 million, right? And then we're going to grow it from that point from there. Don't stop until, don't stop until you're proud. We're not stopping until everyone on the team is up there, guys, because we're not finished until the team is finished, guys. We're not finished until we win championship after championship. Michael Jordan got his first ring. He could have been done. Cool, I did it. He's like, no, I'm going to get another one and another one. DJ Cal would say another one, another one. And he got 6 rings. People argue about who's the greatest of all time. Like 6 championships. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. It's not about who's the greatest player of all time. That's the wrong argument. It's about who's the greatest team of all time. So we're the greatest team, guys. Bulls, right? Bulls, basketball, bull runners, right? That's why we rep the brand, okay? That's why we share the message. That's why we share the vision, okay? So law of averages, if you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. You can improve your averages. You just have to share it with enough people. Based on the law of sowing, growing, and reaping, okay, you get what you sow, what grows, and much more you will reap. So we're excited. We are blessed to be working with each one of you guys. More videos equals more money. Absolutely. More presentations equals more money. More meetings equals more money. Guys, the more that you produce, the more the universe gives back. It's like it has to happen. Like you're just dumping so many blessings into the universe. You're giving so much to God that God's like, holy, okay, I have to give you back. I have to give you something back. Like, just be so busy producing and talking to people that you're like, okay, God, well, I've talked to 500 people. You're going to have to I'll talk to 500 more. I'll talk to 500 more. I'll keep going, 500 more, 500 more, until eventually something spits back. And it will happen, guys. The first business is able to duplicate about 800, 900 of a team, signing up 12 people in 14 months. Now, out of that, we got some people on the team that were moving. They were grooving, guys. They were doing like 15 to 20 people a day, every day like clockwork. And some of the times I didn't even have to hop on calls. That's the magic of this business. And that's the magic of part-time is you will get some customers started with your business that will start out just wanting to learn how to trade, and they want to be a part of something much bigger than themselves. But once they see the power of the compensation plan, holy cow, man. Once they see E.P.I.C, once they see that it only takes 75,000 customers, once they see that it only takes, like 500 customers to hit $10,000 a month, once they see that, they're going to be like, man, I could do that like clockwork. And then they go. And once they go, you can't slow them down because they're 100%er. And I'll tell you what, like once you get someone like Kyle in your team, once you get someone like me on your team, because we're 100%ers, like, you want to attract people like us. How are you going to attract people like us? By becoming a leader, by becoming the type of person that you deserve to be. And if you're not there yet, that is fine. You will get there eventually, because despite and until, those 2 words, guys, because it's all about our vocabulary, right? The English language is filled with spells and curses. That's why we learned how to spell and write in cursive when we were younger. So whatever you speak about, you bring about. So if you want to become the leader that you deserve to be, then shift the lingo that you use and the words that come out of your mouth, right? So what words are coming out of your mouth? Well, when we talk with people through email or through text or through phone call, they're like, this looks really amazing. I want to try it out. They've already lost. You already lost. Might as well throw in the towel. Why? Because do or do not. There is no try. You learn that from Yoda. These aren't like cartoons or like stupid movies for no reason, guys. They're giving us gems in a lot of these movies. Do or do not. There is no try. So I'm going to do this, and despite all obstacles, I'm going to get it done. That's it, period. When you shift your lingo, your belief system changes. Some people say, no, once I see it, then I'll believe it. No, once you believe it, then you'll see it. Reverse that. Reverse that. And someone argued with me years ago about this. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong, man. Once I see it, then I'll believe it. I'm like, well, that's why you're not doing anything, dude. Like, that's why you haven't accomplished anything, because you haven't even believed it first. It's a fact that once you believe it in your mind, then you start to speak differently. But in order to believe it, sometimes you got to start saying stuff to believe it. And you have to hop on these calls so we can say it for you. And you have to listen to these over and over again. So despite all obstacles, I'm going to get this done. And until I hit my goals, I'm going to keep running no matter what. That's it, period. That's it, period. Not if, not I hope, not I wish, not I pray. Sure, pray to God. But I don't need, guys, I don't need to pray for a miracle for this business to work. I already know that God is blessing us. Why? Because we're planting every day. And the universe, God, Allah, Jesus, Buddha, whatever you believe in, does not reward those that wish, does not reward those that pray. It rewards those that plant. The Bible doesn't say, like I said before, if you need a harvest, you'll have a harvest. If you pray for a harvest, you'll have a harvest. No. If you plant a harvest, you'll have a harvest. Even those that plant and pray, storms come and ruin their harvest. So it's still going to storm and it's still going to rain on your parade. Here's something else to write down. And then before I pass it off to Kyle and jump off this call, guys. Disappointments are not special privileges reserved for the poor. Okay, disappointments are not special privileges reserved for the poor. What do you mean privileges? What do you mean a privilege? Well, the poor and the broke think that the rich are privileged. So a disappointment is not a special privilege reserved only for, like, I wouldn't say you, because I don't think you guys are poor, right? We're all the underdogs here because we're not privy to royal bloodlines, you know, and that information of the secret societies, whatever you want to call them. But disappointments are for everybody. They've been given to everybody, like Christmas, you know, like, yeah, like a soup kitchen, like you get a disappointment. Like Oprah Winfrey, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Well, in this case, you get a disappointment, you get a disappointment, you get a disappointment. Here's a key phrase after that. Discipline your disappointments. Discipline your disappointments. And the best way to discipline your disappointment is the 3 words right here. Anytime you get disappointed by something, someone cuts you off in the road and you want to road rage them, and you want to flip them off, or, you know, pit maneuver them, or you want to, let's say someone tells you no and they call you a jackass and they say you're a loser for doing that thing. Someone leaves a mean, nasty comment on your YouTube video. Guys, we get a lot of those. Or somebody just, you know, just does something bad, whatever. You have to say, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Say, isn't that interesting? Like, imagine what your angels are thinking on the other side when you do something stupid. Like, gosh, I know this person learned. Isn't that interesting? I gotta say, isn't that interesting? Man, I told him to show up to the meeting tonight. I made a post in the group with 10,000 people. Guys, I made a post in the Facebook group. Surely 5,000 people would be on this call tonight. And only 16 people showed up. Wow, isn't that interesting? Oh, why is that interesting? Well, I can't force the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 percenters to do 100%. Perspective, right? All about perspective. So no matter what tactics you have, no matter what strategy you have in the business, when you have the right perspective and you understand the laws, everything gets out your way. You'll be like Moses, guys. You'll be parting the sea of skeptics and critics, and you're going to be getting to the promised land of epic, you know, earning, not like gambling, you know, and wishing and hoping and praying and trying this out. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, please, will this work for me? Please, will this work for me? It's like, no, thank you, God. All right, thank you, God, for allowing me to wake up another day to plant. See, when you do affirmations like that, they're actually true to yourself. And Kyle, I don't know if you're going to touch on affirmations at all, but guys, that is key. Like, I am a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Like, no, I'm not. I'm lying to myself. No, I am awake right now, and thank you, God, for blessing me with another day to plant. Thank you for instilling me with dedication to discipline my disappointments. Thank you for instilling me with the confidence to be able to create a piece of content. Thank you for instilling me with the perseverance to get through social disapproval. Stuff like that, like those types of affirmations, because a lot of people are like, I'm a millionaire. Well, what helps you become a millionaire? Simple daily disciplines repeated every day. What is a failure? A failure is simple errors in judgment repeated every day. What's a success? A success is simple daily disciplines repeated every day. What's a failure? Simple errors in judgment repeated every day. So thank you, God, for allowing me to be success by repeating simple daily disciplines and the fundamentals repeated every day based on the law of averages and the law of sowing and reaping. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to pass it over to Kyle. He's got some amazing value for you guys. We're not finished just yet. So if your notebook's overflowing, let me know in the comments. Drop a 777. Comment 777 if you guys are fired up tonight. And, take a take a little screenshot of your notebook and post in the Facebook group too, so we can see who's taking notes. I appreciate you guys. Jeez, we're just running. How's everybody doing? It's so weird, like how when Nick said that, like again, he's just a beast. I'm glad that he's running with us, right? We're all running together. Welcome to the call, everybody. If you're new, then welcome. If you're not new, then guess what? We still got more work to do. We still got to keep on running. And it's just funny how I do this. I'm not sure if you do this. I do it before I get up in the morning. I'm still laying in my bed. I just grab my notebook. And I'm also, when I go to bed, I'm doing it. So 369, the numbers that you have to, that really make up the whole world. That's what's his name? Not Elon Musk, because Elon Musk owns a company called Tesla, but there was a guy who is called Nikola Tesla, who's probably where he got that name from. And that's why that Nikola company just got started a while back, because there's something in the numbers 3, 6, and 9. So I do believe in a lot of rituals. I do believe in gratitude. I mean, this just shows you right here. I'm trying to find I'm giving gratitude to the people. You see that right there? Before I'm even going to bed, I'm saying stuff like, I'm grateful for Nathan Lucas. I'm grateful for Ryan Huggins. I'm grateful for Rakeem Addison. I'm grateful for LJ. I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful for Peter Dominguez. I'm grateful for Gregory Schmidt. I'm grateful for Kimberly. I'm grateful for, there's so much of people. I'm grateful. I even put my mom and dad after. How funny is that night? I'm just putting all these grateful things. I'm grateful for all these people, right? And this is just one night. So I'm just grateful for everyone that's on the team. And whether you know this or not, I'm grateful for you. Does that make any sense? And I hope that you're grateful for a lot of things in your life. Be grateful for your gosh darn sight. If you can see me right now, what the fudge? What? Dude, you should be grateful for that. If you can walk from here to the gosh darn fridge, be grateful for that. Some people can't even get up. My grandpa, I was a young kid and people made fun of me because I couldn't go out and have fun all the time with him. But my grandfather lost his leg at a young age. But my grandpa was still grateful. I was the guy that had to put his prosthetic leg on. I remember when they amputated his leg. And I was still a young kid just helping my grandpa up just so he can walk a little bit. Eventually he couldn't even move. And I had to help him up and hold his fat ass because he got so fat after a while. He was eating so much food. But I was like, bro, I was grateful. He was grateful. And I forgot that when I had my downward fall. What I'm saying is that when things weren't going good in my life, it was because I never looked up at my life. I never looked around and been like, holy crap, dude. Look at how far we've come. My friends across this video, family, look at how far we've come. Look at how big our team has grown together. Look at there are some people on the team that are making over $500 a month, and it's only been 8 days, for gosh sake, 9 days, I'm sorry. That's the vision that I see. I'm grateful. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making and saving over $1 million a month by February 19, 2021. Grateful. It's already done. And now I know what you're thinking. Well, Kyle, what if you don't hit it? I guarantee you, you're going to see me at a rank that you're like, holy cow, because he said that scary vision.
Even if you got halfway.
Even if I got halfway, where are we going to be at? Where are we? Are you going to yell at Nick and Kyle and be like, you guys only got to Ambassador 200. You guys only got the Lamborghini. You guys only got to. I want everyone across the call to be thinking to themselves, I need to start writing down some goals. All right, so 30. Even this night, I'm so grateful for Kevin. I'm so grateful for Marlene. I'm so grateful for Dar. I don't know why I said Dar, but Darlene. So I'm grateful. And then my other nights, grateful for the crypto elites. I'm grateful for Rome. I'm grateful for Gabriel. I'm grateful for Tiago. I'm grateful there. This is, what are you doing? And then make these rituals. Some people can make fun of some of the biggest elites. What do they have? Rituals. They can be sacrificing babies. Weirdest things ever. I don't know what they're doing over there. They're doing witchcraft, but they're still making sacrifices. They're still believing in stuff. They're grateful for stuff, whatever that gratefulness is. I'm saying over here, I'm grateful for good stuff. I'm grateful for great stuff. I want you to start writing down your goals. I have no idea why I just said that, but hopefully you understand that there's stuff that you have to make sacrifices for. In order for you to grow up, to go up, you have to make sacrifices. You have to sacrifice something. Do you know in the Bible when they said you have to sacrifice a lamb, some people had to sacrifice their own child? I don't know if you know about that. Someone had to sacrifice their own child. You got to make sacrifices. What are you willing to give up to go up? What are you willing? You see, a lot of you don't know this across this video. I'm a very sexually active person. I love to be sexually active. That was my thing for the longest gosh darn time. Right now, I am not. Meaning that I needed to get away from what I believed was actually affecting my life, my career, my finances, everything for years. Because I grew up in a family where, I don't know if you remember Hollywood videos. I remember those Hollywood videos, blockbusters. Down the street, my best friend's family had one of those things. And guess what? At young age of 2nd and 3rd grade, I found that little cupboard or whatever it was called, like up at the top of a closet. I found that sexually whatever videos. And since I was 2nd grade, I knew about sex. I knew about that stuff. And little do you know, a lot of this stuff is affecting you. Porn has affected a lot of men more than you know it ever. And same thing with women nowadays. That stuff has affected me. And I don't know why I'm saying this stuff, but I have to let you know because we're all family. I'm able to just let you know what I've dealt with in my past, where I was going through in my past, where I've affected my relationships in my past. You see, my mom had an affair with my dad, with my best friend's dad, the same dad right down the street, having to come home and to watch, my mom sit down and tell me, Kyle, I don't love your dad anymore. I love Brian. That's my best friend's dad. So I went through traumas and things that we have to get through to go to the next level. You don't realize that not only are you writing down goals, you're trying to get out. You're trying to break out of all the stinking thinking, of all the bad thoughts, of all the karma, all the bad stuff that might have happened in your life. It's because you did some bad stuff in your life. Does that make sense? These are laws. Law of gravity. It's going to drop. There's a law. There's a law. You have to understand laws. The karma loop is real. So for me, doing the bad things in the past and sexual stuff and whatever I might have done in the past, I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But I'm here to tell you right now that I have to make sacrifices for me to go forward and to become very, very, very successful. And guess what? What's that going to do? It's going to finally open up the life that I've always wanted, the woman that deserves my attention, the one that God's going to send into my life when I'm ready. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I wasn't ready. Some of you weren't ready for this success, but now you are. You're thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm ready now because I'm going to let go of some stuff. What sacrifices do you have? Look yourself in the mirror tonight and just ask yourself certain questions. All right, here it is. I know I did this. I shouldn't be doing this. It could be your weight, for gosh sakes. I was 40 plus pounds overweight, and that affected me going in and thinking about building a successful business. And I had to lose that weight. And the only thing that I did, guess what I did? I changed. What did I do? I changed my habits. That was it. You don't need to lose more weight. That's not what you need. You need to change your eating habits. So make the sacrifice. Just think to yourself, it's what you see. I need you to change the environment around you. Some of you have apples that are sitting in the bottom shelf and you know you want to eat those apples, but they're not visually in your mind. I want you tomorrow to think to yourself, I'm going to get a little bowl. I'm going to put it out in the top of my little counter place, and I'm going to start throwing apples and oranges there. Whatever I visually see, I ain't letting none of this other stuff. You're going to have to take some stuff and throw it away. Remember, I'm just teaching you sacrifices. What you see is what you get, who you become. Be, then you do, then you have. I needed to be something first. For you across this video, I just want to write down some goals because a lot of you want to make more money. All right, you want to get to the next level because that will change your life. Then I need you to do these. It's a 90-day run, okay? Just for this right now. This is a 30, 60, and 90-day goal. So at least we can run towards these goals. But I need to ask you, what are you willing to sacrifice? I'm not perfect, all right? But I do know that God does some amazing stuff, and a lot of sins and things that you have in your life
Just trust me. You need to find peace. Be at peace. All right. And that's where you're going to find it. By you just hanging out with us. You got to keep coming back to these videos. I was just so transparent tonight. I'm just being so transparent. So are you ready? This is what it's going to be. Your 30-day goal, your 60-day goal, your 90-day goal. Your 30-day goal. You're going to do a rank. So put rank next to it. You're going to think about it as scholars. So put scholars as the next objective of this 30-day goal. You're going to put income. You're going to put reward. And you're going to put recruit. All right. So the rank is, where do you feel wholeheartedly, in your honest opinion, where do you feel like you in the next 30 days can hit? All right. Where do you feel like within 30 days, what do you feel like you can hit? If it's founder, watch this, ready? If it's founder, let's see here. Do we have the thing open by any chance? This one right here? Okay. So if it's founder 500, then that's what I want you to write, okay? Be honest with yourself. I know that you sometimes are like, hype, let's hype. Like you're trying to be like, I can do it. It's like, can you? Because I need you to go harder if you're gonna make it happen. All right. But if you're like, okay, founder 500 is my first rank that I'm gonna do in 30 days, then write that down. Now, if you look at scholars, just do it with the numbers, with what it takes. 4, 4, and 2. Like, know your numbers, right? Know where you're gonna go. So it'll be 4, 4, 2. Okay, I know where I need to be in 30 days. Every single day you're looking at this. Income. So the income goal is going to be $500. Okay, you can put weekly if you like to, and then your reward. Now, are you going to reward yourself with this rank, or are you going to save the money? See, a lot of us you get the money and you're like, I just want you to learn how to save some money. All right, I want you to get to these ranks, and I want you to learn how to save it so you can invest it and then go back to sharing the business too as well. All right, so reward yourself a little bit. Are you gonna take like 25 bucks to reward yourself? What are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna take 100 bucks? What are you gonna do with it? I don't know. You can write it in the comments if you want to. What are you gonna do with it? So reward yourself a little bit, okay? You deserve that reward when you hit this rank. And congratulations, you hit it in 30 days. Now recruit. What is it realistically going to take you in order to hit this rank? Well, I do know that from, I would say every 10, you're at least going to get 1 to 2 to 3, depending on your skill set. Let's just say 1. Let's break it down to 1, okay? So for every 10, you're going to get 1. So how fast would it take you to personally recruit yourself to this rank? Would it take you 10 days, right? If you talk to 10 people. So recruit. Put there, we would do over, oh my gosh, we wrote this goal down a long time ago, over 10 a day. We were doing that with nothing. It's just wow, these are old goals. So we said over $10 a day. $10 a day. Over 10 people a day. Yeah, over $10 a day. Over 10 people a day. All right, so now let's go to the 60-day goal. What rank are you going to be at? I hope that some of you can just, let's say you're going to jump the rank. You're like, I'm going to go to founder 2000. You know what? Screw it. We're going to go to that next level. Okay, then write down. That's where you're going to go. So your 60-day goal is, boom, founder 2000. Then put the scholars. It's going to be, it looks like 16. And then the income, you're going to be at $2,000 a month. And your reward. Are you going to reward yourself, or are you going to save it? What are you going to do here? Maybe you take an extra 200, maybe 500 bucks. What are you thinking? I don't know. But be smart with it. Reward yourself. All right? Reward yourself. Recruit over, again, if you know your numbers, for every 10 that you go and talk to, that you go out and share the deal with, you get 1. Okay, so then would this make sense for you to maybe talk to 20 people a day at least? And then you know you're going to get 2 out of that? When I say 20 people a day, it's not that hard. You just reach out to their inbox, and now Facebook has this amazing feature where I just go like this. I'm going to talk to someone like Nick right now. I'm going to inbox Nick. You see this? And there's a little voice thing. You can say it, And you can send it to, say, if you're going to do it for a whole bunch of dudes, right? Do 10 ladies and 10 guys. I can do this. I can do the whole pitch, right? You know how the pitch goes. Hey, what's going on, man? Remember, this is for a whole bunch of men. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, when you got a little bit of time here, I want to chat. Boom, send it out. Or you can do this. Remember, PS3 system, peak interest, share a video, get on a 3-way call with an expert. Remember what we talk about. You can do this too. I do this all the time. It's a man. It's, hey, I have something you got to check out.
What is it?
That's what they're going to say after this. Hey, man, I got something you got to check out. Boom. Boom. It was a voice message on Facebook. If you hold it down, you have hundreds. Some of you have thousands of people on your gosh darn Facebook. Why are you not reaching out to them for gosh darn sakes? Watch this. You can go and hold it down and press the forward button. And you can forward it and press that exact same type of message to 10 effing dudes. Breakthrough. That's how you open up 10 different conversations, and do it for 10 ladies.
Voice message key.
I'm going to do it. Imagine if Nick's a lady right now. All right. Hey, what's going on, Snowflake? Hey, what's going on, Macadamia Nut? What's up, Cookie Bear? But I wouldn't say that. I would say something like, hey, what's up, Rockstar? Or hey, what would ladies want to be called? Hey, what's going on, you legend? Just reaching out to you right now. I got something you got to check out. Boom, sent it. Hold it down, forward it to 10 different chicas, some boss ladies, some zesty chicas. They deserve all the success too. How easy is that, for gosh sakes? Flippin' A. All right, so now we got our 60-day goal. We're at 2,000. You know you have to give yourself a little bit of a reward, and you recruit at least what? 20 a day. Not that hard to do. I'm just telling you just Facebook strategies here. Now, your 90-day goal. Chairman, ambassador, icon, epic, founder. What do you want to hit? These like names right now could be different, right? Do you want to hit the top rank? Do you want to be the best at the top, or do you not want to be the best? I'm just telling you right now. I want you to be the best. So watch this. Let's say if it's like you go to 90 days and you're like founder 5,000. Do you want to be the best? You want to be the chairman of your own business? Let's go. So watch this. What would it take if you personally had to recruit yourself there and it wasn't even a team effort? Can you do the numbers? So you can recruit that many people a day personally, or you can teach your team to do exactly what you did for the first 30 days. Does that make sense? And you teach, you on a beach. So rank, you're founder 5,000. Customers, you're at 100, 150. Income, you're over $5,000 a month. You're getting paid weekly, $1,250 a week. And then your reward. Are you going to reward yourself at $5 grand? Are you going to give yourself a little bit of something? What are you going to do? Are you going to go get a hotel with your friends? What are you going to do? Think about that. Remember, do me a favor. Don't spend it all in one place. Just save it. Save it, all right? Remember, share the business. Save it so you can fund your trading account. Invest it into your assets. Those are the assets that spit back out cash flow. And then you share the business. It's the same thing. It's like a whole cycle. It's a whole cycle. I mean, even at those ranks, for gosh sakes, I'm just so fired up. Let's see. Someone just messaged me, you sexy beast. What is going on? Oh, it's so funny. Okay. All right. Hey. We all sexy tonight. That's we're the sexiest team in the freaking world. I just want, my challenge for you is, can you at least enroll one person tonight? Like, can you just go out and share this with a friend, a family? You see, I wrote down, I'll show you this. The bigger your list, the bigger your business. I wanted a big business. I was like, dude, I mean, and this is what's funny. Some of these people said no. They told me no. Guess what I did? I just said, scratched you off there, bud. Don't need you. Wish you good luck on your life, because guess what? You're going to come back and you're going to be like, for gosh sakes, I wish I would have joined. There's somebody that is shooting themselves in the foot right now, not with a gun, but they're smacking themselves a little bit. And they're ticked off because they know they canceled their freaking account. They canceled their account when they had hundreds of people on their team and they had their second leg too. Could you imagine how stupid they feel? I'm here to tell you right now, if we don't go out there and showcase this, and we go out there and look at that, Peter's like, profits all day. If we don't go out there and share this message with people to get them profits, they'll never be in profit. Because remember, profits are better than wages. Profits are better than wages. I love profits. I love waking up in the morning and being like, damn, dude, I made more money while I slept. I want you to take a nap ski and wake up and be like, well, I'll be gosh darned. I forgot I put it in that trade. I'm making $1,000 a day. What's up? Have that attitude, have that posture. Just know there's a lot of stuff we have to make sacrifices for. And I personally have no idea why I shared with you something like that's that vulnerable to me, but I genuinely care about you maybe reevaluating yourself. You see, I had to look in the mirror every single day. I didn't love the person that I was at the time. I was so broke. I was so busted. I was so disgusted living in my grandmother's basement. And I will tell you one thing. The best thing to do is to look at the mirror and have stuff on the gosh darn mirror. Have your goals on the gosh darn mirror. I wrote down my goals. I wrote down sexy. I just felt like, and it's funny because he says you're a sexy beast. I wrote this stuff down, dude. Like I'm telling you, on my mirror, in my wherever I was looking at myself, I was seeing my goals. I went over to a millionaire's house and he had $200 million across $200 million across his mirror, and I'm like, that's dope, dude. And I saw the women that came into the party like, and they're just like, ha. I'm just like, that's the guy I want to hang out with. That guy's obviously very wealthy now, but it's funny because everyone was like, okay, whatever, $200 million man, like $200 million lady. Like you wrote that on your wall, your friends and your family, your mom would come over and she'd probably just like wipe it off because they can't see the vision. That's not their vision. It's your vision. It's your vision. We got to run. Show the deal. We have the deal. Tell me another company where you can make as much money as you can right now just off the product. For gosh sakes, heck no. Don't you dare try to tell me I'm about to have to go sell some lotion, potion, powder, pill. Like, dude, you can't convince me to do that because I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. You're like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. The compensation plan is so confusing. You're like, dude, so I have to build like 55 different legs. And if that person over here doesn't qualify, and then that person over here doesn't qualify that month, then I'm out my whole entire commission paycheck. Over here, it's bring 3 and all the way down. That's it. You become a business owner if you want to. For gosh sakes, we have the deal. Show the deal. Show the deal. Keep showing the deal. What do you have to do? Show the deal. Because guess what? Teach, teach, teach. You on a beach. That's it. The people are going to do it with or without you. Wait until you get someone like, I look up to Nathan Lucas is somebody I don't have to call. The millionaire, by the way. If you don't know who Nathan Lucas is, he's on the team. And I don't have to call him to motivate him. Nick and I are like, dude, this is probably one of the best leaders in the whole industry of life. Like it's almost like you just water somebody one time and he's like, I'll just go build it. Let's get on my way, dude. I'm gonna go to the top rank too. Like could you imagine what it feels like to be like, what a blessing, dude. What an honor to work with somebody that doesn't need anybody else's time, that be's the one and gets it done himself. Like I have so much respect and admiration for that. My friends, you don't need us, right? You don't need, take ourselves out of the picture. You alone are the best. Like you have everything you ever need. If you talk as much as I talk, you will get to the top rank. Just talk. Hey dude, got something you gotta see. What is it? Not right now. I don't want to look at it. It's like, dude, cool, bye. Like, see ya, next. Some will, some won't. So what?
Next.
Next. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Like, some will, some won't. So what? Next. Because guess what? When they catch the vision, I'm just looking for the ones that are looking for this. They're looking for a change. I'm looking for the ones that want to make more money. I'm looking for the ones that want to build something that they can leave a legacy to their families. I'm looking for people that want to trade and make money in the markets. I'm looking for someone that wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves. I want to see someone a part of something like they're like, dude, that's a culture. That's what's up. So with that being said, let's keep ranking up. We have some of the most amazing women and men in this community of runners. And if you're new here and you're watching this and you're like, who are these crazy dudes? Like, who are these? What's this run team? Like who are the crypto elites? Like, what's this team profits? Like, what is all this about? I'm going to tell you, either you run with us, you can run from us, but we'd love to see you outrun us and come join us. Let's go. Be the one, get it done. I'll see you next video. We'll see you on the inside. We'll also see you where? The beaches of the gosh darn world. It's game time. Just go out there and I challenge you. This is the run challenge tonight. I challenge you to recruit somebody into your business. Even if it's your pet panda, all right? Even if it's your pet panda, all right? Go talk to your panda. That's my favorite animal. Go talk to your dog. Go recruit your dog now. I'm kidding. But just go share the deal. Show the gosh darn deal. And you'll be happy that you do. 1, 2, 3. Leaders, keep talking. Keep sharing. La, 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 la. Keep run in your mouth. Keep ranking up now. Let's go.